Welcome back to Wooden Shoe Motorsports. I am your host, Nick Guzman, along with
whoever this guy is.
And one more person back there. And on this episode, we'll be covering some more parts on this 1970 Chevy. What do we have going on today, Dirk?
Today we're installing sway bar. Okay, so for the QA1 sway bar, since this truck didn't come with sway bar, we have to remove the factory rivets from this front cross member. It's replaced with the bolt and this bracket, and then the sway bar will be held in with these brackets, and then ultimately they will attach to these via adjustable end links.
So what's the purpose of installing a sway bar?
So a sway bar is all about ride control going down the road. Keeps the front end of the truck, and actually keeps the whole truck from rocking back and forth, especially going through a turn, so you don't have body roll. Race car guys like to use it so they keep the cars flat while they're drifting sideways.
I sure hope the owner of this truck is not drifting this truck sideways. Ease of installation on a scale of 1 to 0.
1 to 0? Which one's worse, 1 or 0? Ease of installation, probably a 7 out of 10. So today, we're gonna run, basically gonna mock up the Holley sniper system, start figuring out where we're gonna run our fuel lines. We might start laying out our wiring harness. We did get a painless harness for this truck, just to make sure that we've got everything in the frame that needs to be there to be able to mount wires to hang them. Trying to just finish some brackets and some stuff up like that, get the exhaust in, and then we can paint this thing with some Port 15 and be done with it, at least until the body guys are done with the body.
What's in the box, Dirk?
Horsepower, or at least the ability to make horsepower. Okay, so this should be fuel system side, everything that's going to go from the tank to the sniper. And then, in this fabulous box, if I can get it out without destroying everything, the sniper unit itself, which, if you remember the Jeep, was a little 2-barrel guy. This one is getting the upgraded 4-barrel version.
So every nice ride needs a good exhaust system. So here's Dirk to go over how we're going to do the exhaust system on this 70 Chevy.
We're going to be working on some exhaust components. So since we're running 3-inch exhaust on this truck, to make it breathe, we have to cut some holes in the frame to allow the exhaust to go through so we're not dragging the exhaust on the ground. So we have some pieces that were rolled that we're going to insert into this general area after we cut the crossmember pieces out. So this will reinforce from the material that we're pulling out so we can pass exhaust pipe through there. So on top of that, we're going to use V-bands since we're running all stainless. That way we can get rid of these crappy triangle clamps that the headers came with. That way we do not have exhaust leaks in the future. Then on top of that, we're going to run all stainless exhaust tubing through these very, very nice California compliant street legal mufflers. Passenger side's done. Driver's side done.
Hey Dirk,
Yeah.
you know what makes these welds so fantastic?
You didn't have to do them?
I didn't have to do them.
Well, once our professional welder shows up tomorrow, because I'm not a professional by any means, he's got a couple of stainless fittings and jog some of this exhaust around, get it tucked up and out of the way, and make sure that it clears our trailing arms for the suspension. And I believe we are going to dump the exhaust just in front of the axle. That way it'll be nice and loud in the cab.
So this is probably a good spot to go ahead and wrap up this video. We finished up the exhaust. We still have fuel lines to run. Once all the fuel lines are ran, we'll get everything blown apart and stripped down to the frame. And then we'll be adding this Port 15 all the way across the frame and the rear axle to seal up everything. Stay with us. We got a bunch more projects on the burners that are getting lit right now.